All right, everyone, welcome to Jasper's History Facts. Da-na-na. Well, today is November the 20th, and this day in 1917, tanks were first used effectively by the British at the Battle of Cambrai. Or Cambrai? So tanks, obviously, most people that know about warfare at this point have some kind of idea of what a tank is. They are basically big metal boxes that with tracks, typically. Not always. They sometimes are half tracks, which are those tanks, are those not tanks? It really depends. I think there was a tank with wheels too. Really weird design, but yes, tanks are invented by the British. Not the first idea of a tank, really. There are drawings all the way back to Leonardo da Vinci, actually, who had an idea for tanks. Way back when, but his design was not functional at all, but at least the idea was there. A nice defensive and offensive structure. Something very unique, but they are actually not even called tanks because, someone was like, oh, tank, blah, 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 blah. It's actually literally a deception plan. A lot of things are named that way, especially in these times in the 20th century. Certain things get names because, hey, it's really easy to hide it if it's given this innocuous name. Because, like, a tank, well, what they thought they were is water tanks. That's what they were calling them. They were calling them water tanks. That's where they get the name tanks. Very interesting. I would say a good representation of probably how a lot of these people felt seeing a tank for the first time. Not at the right time, but a good representation of it would be the Netflix All Quiet on the Western Front. I almost said 1917. Different movie. But All Quiet on the Western Front. Now, that movie takes place a little later than the first time they'd ever seen tanks, so it's not really a good representation of that time, but of how they would have seen them, and especially in this battle. They would have been terrifying. Big, lumbering machines that you can't shoot, but they can shoot back at you. Infantry can hide behind them. It would have been kind of terrifying to some degree. But they weren't... It says they were used effectively in the battle. That's debatable. I mean, they were used and they worked, but tanks, especially this early design of tanks, very, very unreliable. But now you know.